could use a like-minded ally. You can call me the Darkest Knight. So, we get a story talking about the Robin King, the Darkest Knight's most brilliant ally. So we learned a little bit about his backstory in the past in the Dark Legends of the Dark Knights book, where he was always an evil demonic hellspawn. So he's like every child nowadays that have become psychopathic nutcases, except they don't act out on their dark impulses because that's impossible to believe some of the time. But yeah, this is written by Peter Tomasi. And I was like, when I heard this, I was like, oh, he's handled children's stories like the Super Sons. He's also done Superman, and I was like, okay, he can make this good. He can make the Robert King interesting. And then he was being co-written, and the artist on the book. Okay, so I get why some people don't like him. I don't like his artwork to some time, but I think that's the reason why. I think there's the reason why his artwork doesn't mesh well with people. It's just very not. Is that okay? So if I had to figure out what his artwork was best for, I don't think it works in a superhero context, not the inspirational type. When I look at this artwork, when I look at this artwork right here, or I'm thinking this looks more like it would fit more for horror stories, like the blood totality, the gruesome visual imagery of blood and horror and scares. And I think this where in the Robin King issue where he made his debut, I get the feeling that's where it works, where he would fit in that direction because it's a story about a psychopathic kid. But that's where it ends. I think he's fit for more horror stories and more brutal, dark stories than he is for superhero stories. That's why his work with the Batman Who Last issue of Death of the original Metal book worked so well. Besides it being written by James Tynion IV. So we get a prologue that takes place in his before times in his history. His story starts at his parents' funeral. Mother and father shot in the alley, murdered in cold blood. Now he stands at their graves with his caregiver. Through worn soles, the caregiver can feel the beating of 1,000 wings just below the ground. And when he looks at the boy, his heart nearly breaks because he knows the boy's thoughts must be just like those bats right now. Frantic, screeching things circling in pitch black darkness. He thinks about reaching out to it, but instead he turns away. And when he does, the boy hears it. A robin singing in a nearby tree. How free the bird sounds. How happy it goes cheer, cheer, cheer. The song speaks to his heart. It's how he felt ever since he shot his parents in that alley. And as the caregiver walks away, the boy makes an oath. Yes. He thinks, yes, father. I shall become a robin. The boy uses almost the entire winning fortune to make it. Felt as bright as the robin's song. Funny enough, he learns during his endeavor that the robin is the official bird of Gotham City. Forgotten fact, but true. He tinkers and tinkers. People worry about the money he's spending, but he does not pay attention. He hides his real intentions. He is becoming that robin, a bird that remains cheerfully happy as it conquers. The robin is the most populous bird in the country, after all. Well, there are nearly 300 million and counting. Why? Because it is, in reality, vicious and aggressive, and there's nowhere it won't make its home. It particularly likes areas that have been ravaged by fire or storm. It thrives amidst death and suffering, and so will he. He will kill the ones who call themselves heroes, the old guard, the moms and dads, and the false idols. Anyone who tries to force him to be good, to care, he will inspire a new generation of youth. No darkness, no caves, no bats. He will burn the old alive, and the young will follow him, and they will nest in the destruction. And like robins, they will do it all, singing their happy, happy songs. So we get this rather disturbing gadgetry of what the Robin King has as in his utility belt, and they give a listing. Well, let's see. He has a bottled imp, a fifth dimensional imp. Remember that the last reading Lazarus Pit's waters, Hephaestus's bind of veils, Smilex, nymph metal cuffs, no key, ring designs, the Smallvillian made of every shade of kryptonite, the God Thriller charged with Zeus's deity killing lightning, the ring pop forged from the gun used to kill the Waynes, for sentimental value. Dark! Ragman Soul Rags, Unholy Water, Holy Water, and Lobo Hook, Unbreakable. So that's a pretty dark, evil collection of, oh my god, what is wrong with this kid? Also, he has Wolverine claws, so that's a bonus. Yes. And then we cut to the present. And, heroes, your despair is so thick, it lingers in the air. The darkest night proclaims, I can taste it, and it's delicious. Wake, Diana. All you wake up and see what you've done, what you've given these hands. The power you try to capture, the energy of every crisis in history. You've given all to me. Wake up so I can show you all. As the heroes are completely dismantled and beaten down, also surprisingly Superboy Prime has disappeared, and he's not in this issue. Who for making me the most powerful god in the multiverse, with all his Joker dragons. And then you see the title of the book, the chapter of the book is called The Robin Who Would Be King. Peter J. Tomasi, story and words. Riley Rosmo, artist. Ivan Pensacella, a colorist. Rob Lai, a letterer. Riley Ramoso, cover. Jeremy Roberts, variant cover. Andrew Morrow, editor. Marion Gevins, group editor. Special thanks, Scott Snyder. And the heroes start to reawaken and said, with Diana proclaiming, no, Bruce, Clark, we can't let it end this way. And, this is the beginning, Diana. The birth of a new multiverse. A multiverse that laughs at you, at your heroism, at goodness. A multiverse now ruled by its darkest night and its king of pain. And Robin King comes through a portal with Batman asking, who in the... even though he should know that this is clearly a version of him, and because every single one of his villains right now lately are Bat-based. Wow! Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman! What an honor! Not to get all emotional, but honestly, my biggest dream on my world was to get you to meet you guys. And kill you all. Then we cut to the past, where Robin King's reign of terror over the world, where he gets radio communications. Eyes on him. Anyone? Where the hell is he? No sign of him, Sergeant Bullock. Hey, that's this light on the roof. It wasn't a light, Detective Montoya. What happened? All I heard was the thing was from Wayne Enterprise. The signal with a bird at the center. To celebrate spring, Gotham, whatever. When Jin turned it on, though, there was a hidden microwave cannon in it. In his face, it was bubbling, Renee. More like sizzling, to be fair. My God, is going to make it? Part of me is praying, yes, part of me is praying he doesn't. Well, we have capes coming in fast, apparently. The rumor is whoever did this is the same monster who's been killing them off, too. Whoever he is, let's hope he burns tonight. And one of those heroes is Firestorm, where Robin King jumps onto him. Evening, Firestorm. Welcome to Gotham. So, Ronnie, Jason, Doc, who's ever in there, forgive me, but this might sting for a second. And he punctures the purple object into the flaming head of Firestorm. What the hell did you do? It's a tiny particle accelerator. It'll keep amping your power until you detonate and take the universe with you. No, get it out! If I detonate, I'm just teasing. It's actually a black hole inversion ball. What's happening to me? Technically, you're collapsing in on yourself. It's actually pretty neat. All your cells are being sucked into your head faster and faster. And he compresses into a ball. That was better than I thought it would. Their hunting me has made the last few days wickedly fun. And gunfire stop. Gunfire hits the air. Woo! Guns! Time to die, vile whelp. Of Hans von Hammer and Steve Savage. And the planes are fighting in the World War II style air pilots. Hey, wait for me. Howdy. What the? Hate to burst your balloon, Stevie, but I need your gun. That's cool. Ooh, a Colt .45. And your plane. You murderous days and here, soulless creature. The boy feels the eyes on him, children watching from their rooms. He flies straight towards the old man, the war hero, faster and faster, and overkills him. And bullets fly and his plane is destroyed. The word you're looking for is Mayday! And we see Hawkman and Hawkgirl, along with Adam Strange. You're finished, creature! And they destroy the plane. The happy hero couple matching beaks and undies, so cute. The boy grinned. The buildings in this area are all Wayne property. It's why he's chosen to fight here. The lightning rods are dusted from everything, from kryptonite to nth metal. Again, he feels the eyes on him. Cheer! 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 And strikes down with furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy his family. And he has killed Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Oh, you cold-blooded murderer! You! Don't think I forgot about you, space boy. I shall let you fall to your death. Well, we both know you won't, because you're Adam Strange, hero of Ran. And he unleashes a... Oh, God. A reverse-engineered Zeta Beam. And you're the little brat who's the scourge of... No, not the Zeta Beams! Too early! I finally have... what I finally have is a reverse-engineered Zeta Beam called a Zeta Beam. Only kink is I programmed it to phase you into the base of that wall. Hey, cool, jetpack! And he's dead. Moore's eyes on him, nested in the windows, hungry. The boy feels them watching as he descends, so he adds some pomp. So yeah, we see a really brutal look of Adam Strange phased through the wall and dead. And the Hawks are barely grasping to life, and we get the head of somebody. He as the narration continues, he speaks so loud his throat hurts so they can all hear him. He taunts the heroes, calls them cowardly and superstitious. All of them, the war heroes, spacemen, flying guardians of history, telling people to be good, to suffer, to be sad, and to flap around in the dark. He can feel little faces pressing against the windows, fogging up glass. Right on this time, his sensor goes off. Something big and powerful is approaching. Superman's coming. Wonder Woman. It's almost dawn. He can feel that sun is coming up. A new morning, but then a darkness falls over the alley. What you want will never happen. And Robin King demands, and who are you supposed to be? Someone who cares. Someone willing to tell you the truth. I am the Batman who laughs. And in this world you dance and prance on, little big man, and has no real significance in the grand plan of the mighty ones. It is one of the many orbs that at best offer a diversion of sorts. It can be cast away by a mere wave of the hand. It has no permanence. It's not real. If this is all isn't real, then you're saying I'm not real. But it sure as all hell feels real to me, and it sure felt real to those dead heroes at my feet. I know this is all quite confusing. But you, my boy, are the only true thing here. There is a place where you really do feel the blood and hear the death rattles on those lest you steal the life from. So what do you think? I think I'd like to go there and see this place for myself. I love the smell of blood and mud and blood. There's a timeless feel about it. A sense of ancient battlegrounds, of causes lost. Don't you agree, Superman? And we're back in the present, and he's kicking Superman in the guts. Oh, come on, this is the fun part. Get up, let's fight. And Wonder Woman is still down. Ring, ring, come on! And Batman is unconscious. I'll be your head. I created something special for each of you, and you wait until you see. You need to scream, you need to beg, you need to bleed profusely. The only one who's gonna bleed profusely today is you, Devil Boy, Animal Man, and along with Blue Beetle and Red Tornado. Ah, Blue Beetle, Animal Man, and Red Tornado. Stop stealing my job of narrations. Please, feel free to distract me as best you can. We're gonna do more than distract you, punk! We're gonna put you away from ever! I say I'm scared, but take him down! Oh, yes, try and bring me down. Hey, Red! Here, Red, try this new fragrance I concocted for you. It's called Mortal Coil. And he burns him alive. He makes a run for it. The kid is fast, Blue Beetle says. I love all these different beasts you come up with. You like these beasts? How about this one? And it's a form of a gorilla for Animal Man. Surrender and stop this insanity. Gee, I bet you miss your family, buddy Baker. Or maybe it's time to see them and say hello. Dad, Buddy, Pop, Helen, Cliff, Maxine, I missed you so. No! Oh, and they eat him alive, where he says, oh, I forgot to mention, I exposed him to this corrupted version of the anti-life equation, turning him into anti-living. What the AL love beast is consuming life, and you being a nexus of life on Earth, buddy. To them right now, you're truly the best stand ever. And they proceed to eat him alive. Yeah, allow me. I'll get to what I have, why people have such a strong issue with this, but yeah, this is part one of it. You twisted freak! I prefer creative freak, actually. While we're fighting, I flipped a little something onto your bodies from my utility belt, designed especially for you. Since you're such a big fan of scabs, Teddy, I felt you might want to see one up close. And he is killed by a blue beetle. Tragic. This is the second death he's ever had, and it's not even dignified. But I never finished telling you about the mortal coil, Tornado. Can't stop going too fast. My own body is consuming me. That's the general idea, Red. And they also add a little spice. It brings your cells as close to human as possible, mimicking all physical sensations. You get to be a real boy, man. Right before you tore apart her, but still, mine's red sharp note for ye. Will you, buddy? And he further kills Animal Man, and until finally the Blue Beetle kills Blue Beetle. Whistle while the wind blows, you whirling dervish. Flesh and blood, like my electric dreams, revealing love and hate, joy and pain. Yeah, Red Tornado's feeling everything, but he's dying in the process. The boy laughs and cheers as the android's head is undone, as the nature hero is torn apart, as the science hero is devoured. It was all as fun as he knew it would. No guilt, no remorse. They deserved it after all, the old folks, all of them. They ruined the things with their rules and ideals and value. What had it all got the world? Nothing. It was time for new heroes. He realizes he's singing more than speaking, an anthem calling out to anyone who'd listen. Then we cut to the past where he meets all these tortured bat people. What is this place? This was my Earth, son. And like you, I set out to conquer it, and I did. Now it's where I create my knights, I bring Batmen here from all across the dark multiverse to see if they have what it takes to win. Some do, some do not. So we see one that's overweight, so I led to questioning how he's able to fight crime. And we got another one who's been crucified. We see more in the back, a female Batman hung upside down, another Batman stabbed in the hip, through the hip. So yeah, and the Batman over here that is crucified is saying, face. Well, the big Batman is like, I hate my life. You, though, I have no doubt you'll make one of my greatest Dark Knights ever. And we see all his Robin crows. Crow, 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 crow. Oh, and oh my god, you wanted to take a shot at this. In the background of this page, when I saw this, I was like, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Carrie Kelly. We see a Carrie Kelly in the background, and all I'm left was like, oh, God. So, not content to not keep her, just keep her a future-based character, but you also stick Dark Multiverse version of her. Like, I've been the one advocating for Carrie Kelly to be part of the Bat family in the main continuity. I would like to see her work with Nightwing, with Dick Grayson, with Cassandra Cain, with Stephanie Brown, with Damian Wayne. She could probably get along with him. Jason Todd, all that. But no, they haven't done that. And that kind of surprised me. Like, how long? Like, it took, what, 20 years for them to say, hey, let's bring Phantasm into this. Whereas Harley Quinn was brought in, like, a year or so after her debut. Ooh. So anyways, Robin King says, wait, you want me to be a bat? Ha, no way, man. I know, you want to be a bug, but that's because you're still young. You want to inspire others to follow you. But it never works, son. Good, evil, there is no higher calling. Grow! And in the end, what you learn is that there is no winning team over them winning them over. There's only winning over them. What are you doing to them, the Robins? Freeing them from pain and from the disappointment you yourself are doomed to face. As Groblins, they simply serve the Dark Knights, their aspirations for anything else, and they are happy. What do you say, child? I say you talk like the rest of them, setting up rules, forcing everyone to be like you. I still believe that if you show them the way, young people most of all, they will follow the song. I have hope they're out there. So he goes ahead and ingests a pill. Oh, and then narration continues. As he says this, the boy sees what's coming. The old man will cage him, burn the voice out of him. Before the bat sees, the boy takes a pill he had been saving for the Martian. It traps and perverts a small part of your mind and inside your burning body. He hasn't even swallowed it by the time the cage door shuts. And he's lowered into the heat. The transformation is excruciating. Worst of all, he can hear the old man talking to him, telling him that he'll see that this is right. But the boy knows better. He hides himself high in the nest of his mind. He knows that there are people out there he can convince. If there are many worlds, maybe there's one where they are watching him now. Maybe somewhere out there, young ones, he hopes, are watching his struggle, thinking, cheer, cheer, cheer. He can hear the chant building. When he opens his mouth to sing, though, say it. His brain, he's transformed and changed into a groblin. Crow. Oh, so the boy waited, perched and high inside his own head. Eventually, when the one who last evolved, he set the boy free again. Not because the one who last believes the boy. On the contrary, the boy can feel his ridicule. No, he set the boy free as a distraction, as a weapon. In the end, the one who last is no different than the boy's parents and the caregiver at their grave, or the heroes. But the boy knows somewhere out there, young eyes are watching. Watch this, he thinks. Watch me eat them alive. Bones and all. Oh. And there's a bat device being thrown at him, and where he catches it in his hand. I was so preoccupied with your friends, I almost forgot about you three. And the heroes start to get up, but not really. And he strikes a pose as similar to the Batman Who Laughs issue when he taunts Superman's heroic ideals. How do you like my new Trinity rings? First up, my kryptonite, the one for you-know-who. My pearl of blood ring for bats, and my special diamond ring forged in the fires by Hephaestus for my lovely Diana. And he proceeds to beat the crap out of them. Rise, you prince and princess of Gotham, Metropolis, and Themyscira. Let the battle begin! And he kicks the entire Trinity's ass. Oh, damn. As he fights, the boy fills his heart with hope. There are no children on this world. There's barely anyone left. But out there somewhere, they're watching me, he thinks. Across worlds and windows, you see me. You hear my song. I'm not here to conquer you. I'm not here to win over you. I am not here to cage you. I am here to show you that you can do this too. You can kill the old, eat their bones. You can burn their world. Do it singing, cheer, cheer, cheer. Enough. Playtime is over. Time to go. It's not possible. He's growing exceptionally powerful. Old Diana proclaims as the fight ends. No, not yet. It is time, child. No, let me finish. As I want to show them. I want to show them. Come with me. No, I won't go back to that cage. I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't. Don't be afraid, little one. Then where are you going to take me? We're going back to your planet, aren't we? Aren't we? All this time you try to prove that hope is real. That if you show the people the way, they will follow. They will. I feel it. Back there with the Trinity. The pill you took before I changed you. Ooh, it infused the Robin pit. Every goblin made after you retained a tiny amount of free will. So what, you killed them? No. I let them watch you from my will to prove you wrong, that they would still crow for me. But when I returned to see, I was surprised to hear something else. That sound. They broke their chains and they await. Cheer, cheer, cheer. The one and only Robin King. The rift continues in Death Metal 5! So, yeah, the Robin King has now his army of Robin goblins. And then that ends that. But there's a backup story. And we open up with this backup story with Tim Drake, Cassandra Cain, and Signal being beaten down. And Signal's actually the one narrating this. Whether you're a Robin, or a former Robin, or an almost Robin, even with the Trinity, the League, and all the big guns out there, it's going to come down to you to save your own neighborhood. Enough. Today, no, Castlebat, formerly known as Gotham. Welcome home, Signal. How many evil versions of Batman are out there? Well, let's see. The Dark Multiverse has been described as an infinite cesspool, so infinite? And why can't I ever face an easy-to-beat alternate universe Batman who calls it the Batman who easily bruises and who goes down in a single punch? Written by Tony Patrick, The Quiet Ones. As always, you're left alone, abandoned, the weakest link on every team. Ironic it is just you and I, the second for a new age, in the dimmest of lights, fraud. God, I hate this guy already, and his smug green. Can you call that a face? You may call me Quintus. Thus, in some dimensions, I am your mentor, and others your demise. In this dimension, I am your savior. Unlike my counterpart and your tormentor in this world, Bruce Wayne. Is that correct? Correct? Duke Thomas, of course he knows my secret identity. He's part Bruce. He's secreting some kind of liquid, this residue after his attacks. Is it toxic? Got no idea what you're talking about. I'm kind of in the dark over here. There, your shadow abilities, yes. Somewhat interesting, but just another example of wasted potential. You know what happens to darkness when it encounters the light of Lazarus? His voice. It implodes. And he's vomited all over Lazarus liquid. It sounds different. It's not just Bruce's voice. He's another failure, of course. But what would one expect from the boy who couldn't save his parents in any dimension I've seen? My eyes are feast on the flood of variations. The signal that went completely dark. The different times you failed yourself and died. The countless times the detective has failed you. I was born because the Batman in my dimension was trying to resurrect you after causing your expiration. Ra's al Ghul's intervention led to a mutual death. Yeah, so Batman and Ra's al Ghul punch each other, and somehow that kills them. So at least got what he wanted, a Batman that easily bruises. This, in their final moments, Batman and Ra's al Ghul's essence entangled in a defunct Lazarus pit, sparking a new entity instead of reviving a single life. But my birth is all that matters. I am now opposing forces merged together as one. Your corpse came into contact with the pit, which means I am an amalgamation of many things, including you, Duke. Which brings me to my question. Aren't you exhausted with such a lackluster existence? Perhaps a retirement in orders. And then we see the vision of Signal, Batman, and Ra's al Ghul pointing at him and saying, You're the one who's reading this comic? Like, Batman helped me embrace my light powers. I thought Ra's took them away and plunged me into shadows. Allow me to end your misery with a single strike, so all your timelines can be consistent. And I was wrong. Rage didn't take anything. He just turned things down. There will be no more responsibilities or worry. I could feel the balancing act order, or ineptitude. That was residue was from the Lazarus pit. I have full control now. Time to let go. Oh, no more. Either or. It's all about accessing the full spectrum of my power. Light and dark. Actually, it's time for me to turn up. Shoulders. And the heroes arrive. Cassandra Cain's saying hi. A spoiler alert, red on it, and they strike down the Bat Rise Duke version. And as Duke Thomas kicks the amalgamation in the face in yellow color. Possibly the easiest drawing he's ever done. This artist has probably ever done. I know you thought this match was going to end in mano a mano, but I've come to realize no matter what I do, I don't have to do it alone. Crew, meet Quintez. Quintez, meet my crew kicking your head in for you're thinking you're on something you don't. You're just like every villain I ever met, including Castlebat. You think the city belongs to you? But real talk, deep down inside, I know you know the truth, just like Batman does. One day this city's gonna slip right out of your hands and into ours, and the next generation. Gotham really belongs to us. Your vacation is over. Welcome back, Signal. Welcome back, Narrows. You okay? Definitely. You know he'll be coming back, right? They always do. 12:30, 8 p.m. Gotham Narrows, formerly known as Castle Bat. At West, so do we. One neighborhood down, 1 gazillion more to go. Oh, the end! The end! So yeah, that was it for the Robin King special and its backup story. I really did enjoy the Duke Thomas one. This is what the thing about the tie-ins are so good. They're more personal focused stories. People, however, did complain about this issue because it felt like they made this guy, Robin King, way too OP. Now, here's what I think. I'm all for OP characters. I really am. However, they need to have some big flaw or weakness or multi-layered personality to it. That's one of the like in my fanfiction, my villain character is so overpowered he beats everyone up with the flick of his wrist. So he does put effort into his fights. He doesn't relax on himself or anything, and he does have mental struggles with himself, other than anything that sets a triggered pathway to his mind. But Robin King, there's been no established weakness for this character. He's just psychotic. Like, okay, he gets these moments of like, are these people hearing me? But he just reassures himself, yeah, they're hearing me. And he gets validated because they have been watching him. So he's pretty much the Batman who laughs, but a kid. But yeah, Peter Tomasi, I think he tried his best with this, but it just wasn't enough. But I did love the backup story by Patrick. It does give more character to Duke, but yeah, like I said, this is why the Death Metal tie-ins are considered better than the actual event itself. They're more personal focused in this anti-crisis universe event, so it was enjoyable for this. It was an enjoyable event on here. This was my thoughts on the Dark Knight's Death Metal Robin King tie-in, and look forward to Rise of the New God metal tie-in. This was Neo Reality on Tim. For if you like, comment, subscribe, and donate, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you all next time.